You ever notice how some people, when life really hits them hard, they don't break? Instead, they get this quiet, deep strength that most people will just never get. That's exactly what we're going to dive into today. The hidden strengths that are forged in hardship.
You know, we're always told that adversity breaks people. But what if that's only half the story? What if going through the absolute toughest times could actually build a rare, powerful kind of strength inside of you?
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? If you've been through more than you let on, you might just have a unique power, one that psychology can actually help us make sense of. So let's break down the signs. Okay, so the first area we're going to look at is how these tough experiences sharpen your perception of the world around you. It's almost like it gives you a sixth sense when things get chaotic. Just think about it for a second. When chaos erupts and everyone's losing their minds, do you find that you're the calm one? Now, this isn't because you're emotionless or that you don't care. No, not at all. It's because you've seen worse, you've survived worse, your entire system has been calibrated to a different frequency.
And you know what? There's a fascinating psychological term for this. It's called stress inoculation. Think of it like a vaccine against stress. Because you've handled intense pressure before, your brain literally builds up a resistance. It just doesn't hit the big red panic button as fast as everyone else's. It's a rare and incredibly powerful kind of calm.
All right, the next sign is this almost uncanny ability you have to read people and situations. You're the one who picks up on the tiny shifts in someone's mood, the hidden intention behind a smile, or that weird tension in a room that nobody else seems to notice.
This is what's known as hyper-awareness. And yeah, it often starts as a survival skill. You're scanning for danger. But over time, it evolves into a permanent strength. While other people are just listening to the words being said, you've learned to trust your gut. That deep instinct that tells you when someone's not being straight with you, or when a situation just feels off. And the thing is, you're usually right.
So, let's shift from the external to the internal. We're about to see how these struggles build an unbelievable fortress inside of you. This next strength is all about that powerful self-reliance that's forged in the fire.
See, pain teaches you a really crucial lesson. You learn that your survival, your worth, it doesn't depend on what other people think. You just stop looking for that validation because you had to be your own anchor all along. This brings us to a really core concept in psychology, the internal locus of control. And that's just a fancy way of saying that your sense of self, your strength, and your worth, they're all generated from within. You don't outsource them to the opinions of others. And that, right there, gives you a profound and rare kind of freedom.
I mean, just look at the difference here. On the left, you've got this solid internal foundation. It's stable. On the right, it's a lot more fragile because it depends on what other people say. A lot of people who haven't faced much hardship tend to land on the right. But when you've had to rely on yourself, you build that incredible strength you see on the left. And that brings us to the next sign, a deep, unwavering resilience. It's that ability to get knocked down flat, to face something that seems totally impossible, and to just keep going, to adapt, to rebuild, and to push forward when most people would have just given up a long, long time ago. Psychologists have a really powerful term for this too. It's called post-traumatic growth. And it's this idea that you can become mentally stronger, not despite your challenges, but because of them. You can't learn this kind of endurance in a classroom. It's forged in the fires of pure survival. So, this final area of strength we're going to talk about is maybe the most subtle one. It's this masterful mix of deep, deep feeling and really powerful self-control. You know, there's this huge misconception out there that surviving hardship makes you numb and emotionless. That's just not true. It doesn't erase your feelings. It teaches you how to manage them. You learn how to hold them, to process them, and then decide what to do with them, instead of just letting them explode all over the place. This skill is called emotional regulation, and frankly, it's a hallmark of real mental maturity. It's the ability to feel everything, and feel it deeply, without being completely swept away by it. You have both empathy and a shield. And that is the rare combination. You can understand what another person is going through, their pain, on such a profound level. But you've also learned, out of sheer necessity, how to protect your own energy and your own heart while you're doing it. It's an incredible balancing act. So, after looking at all these signs, what does this all mean for you? Let's kind of bring this all home. If any of this sounded familiar, this is the single most important thing I want you to hear today. The things you went through didn't make you weaker. They didn't break you. No, they forged you. They built these incredible strengths inside of you in silence, in struggle, in all those moments that nobody else ever saw. So please, be proud of how far you've come. Own the unique power you carry now. You've earned it. And I'm just going to leave you with this question to think about. Try not to see your history as just a scar. See it as the training ground where you developed your greatest superpowers. So ask yourself, how has your past become your greatest power?